This morning, I filed on behalf of Kathy Waller and her daughter Angie and son Chris a lawsuit against the city of Fort Worth and 7 police officers that shot and killed her husband for some 45 years, Jerry Waller, a little over 2 years ago, right at 2 years ago, while he was in his garage in the Woodhaven section of Fort Worth, at a time when, as we're going to show you in just a second, Jerry Waller was unarmed, and contrary to the police version of those events. The police withheld this information, all of it, autopsy, crime scene photos, etc., for almost 9 months. So our investigation didn't begin until a little over a year ago. However, it's been very thorough and involved a number of experts. The police were at the wrong address. There was no call to the Waller residence. The Wallers lived at 404 Havenwood Lane North. The call was to 409 Havenwood Lane North. Both houses clearly marked, both on the curb and the mailbox with the street address, which neither officer bothered to look at, nor did they know either one of them. They were both probationary officers, that there were odd numbers on one side of the street and even numbers on the other side of the street. So once they got there, according to their version, they didn't go to the door and knock and find out if it was an alarm. 95% of these burglar alarms, home alarms, are false alarms. Furthermore, the call-in was actually a welfare call. They didn't even respond to it as a burglary call, because, and you'll see in the video, because we have part of the police dispatch call. After that, one of them went around the front, and then the events that took Jerry Waller's life occurred in probably less than 10 seconds. The garage door was down. Kathy Waller had put it down the night before. It takes 10 seconds for it to come up, and she heard some sort of yelling, and then bam, bam, bam. The officer that did the shooting admits he never identified himself as a police officer. The other officer claims he said something about PD, but I think you'll see, and we're going to give you a copy of the petition. It's almost, I think, 47 to 50 pages, something like that. It makes it pretty clear. He never saw anything. He was, of course, fired by the Fort Worth Police Department for falsifying police reports some 3 months after this.
I really, truly know my husband would not point a gun at a policeman. I mean, he was a safety officer in the military, and he gave to charities that came to him. He gave to police charities and things, and he wouldn't hurt anyone, especially a policeman. And with all this, everything that we have checked out, I know he didn't. I just know he didn't. And I'm just glad that the truth is coming out, and I hope we can prove it in court. Thank you so much. Well, when I came out, the lights were in my face, and I thought it was Halloween. All these little lights, like the children with their flashlight. I didn't know who was out there. I had no idea. And I raised my hand to get them out of my eyes, and I asked what was going on. I said, what's happening? What's going on? And no one said anything, and these lights were in my face, and I was looking for my husband. He's 5'10", and as my vision went around, I was looking, and I cast my eyes down, and here he was on the floor. And the first thing came in my head was, thank God every day he did push-ups. And I thought, thank God he landed. He landed with his hands in this position, as though he's doing a push-up. And we had gardening equipment, and he missed the gardening equipment. And all I could think of was, I thought he was knocked out, and there was something coming from his head, going down the driveway. And all I could say was, pick him up, please pick him up. I begged him. And then I saw it was police. The lady stepped forward, and I saw her gold emblems on her uniform. And all I could say was, please pick him up. He's on blood thinners. You know, I was afraid he'd bleed to death. I didn't know he was dead. I didn't know what had happened. But nobody would move and go towards him. So, you know, I was standing there.